Well, we are exactly an hour and 13 minutes away from the gates opening up. And for everybody to get inside, grab a drink, and take their seats, maybe grab a foot-long corn dog or a hot dog or nachos with nacho cheese and jalapenos, and maybe a pretzel or popcorn or whatever. Whatever's good. And then they got beverages, there's the alcoholic beverages. Thing about it is, I don't drink. So if you're wondering, I don't do that stuff. That stuff, not good. But I will drink water, sweet tea, soda, Gatorade, But the favorite soda of mine has always been Dr. Pepper, because it's the number one prune juice in America. And yes, it does have sugar with it. You're probably saying to me, Dr. Pepper is not prune juice, it's just a soda. I don't know about that. My aunt told me it was prune juice, and it's got a good deal of sugar in there as well. Now, I guess I believe in what my aunt says. She does probably research, I don't know, but she's probably right about that. But anyway, we're getting close to the gates opening on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. And we got a few clouds already in the picture. As you can see, it was a crystal clear blue sky. There was no clouds whatsoever during our last episode. Now, it is nice and warm as we look at it. Temperature is 87 degrees. And so far, a few hours from now, those gates open and we are ready for a fun-filled evening. So yeah, it's the 5th of 6 games between the Frisco Rough Riders and the San Antonio Missions. Their 1 o'clock game is tomorrow as they wrap up the first homestand of the year. That's plenty more homestands where that comes from. We got our next homestand with the Northwest Arkansas Naturals, the third homestand with Corpus Christi. It's pretty good. We got a lot of homestands going through April and even into the month through September. So that's how long baseball season is. April through September. And even a time when Love's New Series Season 8 is premiering. Gonna be pretty good. Now, I think Bark in the Park starts tomorrow or starts next month, I don't know. But it's when they have a afternoon game or evening game. They bring their dogs out to the ballpark. Funny thing about dogs is they got a great sense of humor. They run after baseballs. They do almost anything. That's pretty funny. It's just like Marley and Me. If you guys remember that one with Owen Wilson and Jennifer Aniston, that scene where they went to the game and Marley runs right after this foul ball. And he just wanted that baseball so badly. They had to, probably in that scene, they had to hold the game where it is, like a little delay. But anyway, it's a funny scene. I bet they got a citation after getting on the baseball field. And yet, a lot of stadiums, I mean, we've seen it happen last season on the 2022 series. We've seen minor ejections. I mean, we look at Philip Wellman and Chandler Siegel as taking on the Springfield Cardinals last year, as the ball was down low and issued strike. Chandler got in the face of this home plate umpire and he got tossed. And then Philip Wellman came out and he argued he got tossed out as well. And so they both went inside and another guy got tossed. And then you had these two people from first base to third. They got on the field and local security was trying to catch them. Yet anyway, you see the cameras following these two people as the San Antonio police, they arrested both of them, but they decided, nah, we can't hold them, so we'll just let them go. So anyway, they said, well, you can't come back to the stadium, this and that. They told them that. And, well, I gotta say, last year was just the funnest thing about the 2022 series. It was a fun course of events. And, well, so far, we haven't seen anything as of yet, but we'll definitely keep our eyes peeled as we go through this new season of new games. It's gonna be fun. And you guys get that first look view of these ball games and what it truly means to have fun and a lot of opportunities, through this time on this journey. We all have fun things that we could do. We could go to a ball game. We could go to the movies. We could, go swimming. There's a lot of outdoor activities on a Saturday like this where it's beautiful. I mean, the weather is nice. Get outside, enjoy life. Don't sit in your room playing video games all day long. You go out for a walk or go see the neighbor's dog or go walk your own dog for that matter. But don't stay in your room all day and play games, because that just shows how life could be boring, and yet through the start of this journey, it has been a little bit boring. And there are times that I need to get out and say, look, I need to go out and have fun. I mean, go to ball games, enjoy life. I mean, it's going to be pretty fun. Gonna enjoy it. This journey is, like I said, it's the start. It's the start 1 year after being moved out from the Springwood home, and my parents moved off to Brady, and I'm experiencing what a journey of being alone actually is right now. And, this journey is just the beginning. I mean, it's a beginning, and all of us have that beginning. I mean, where does it end? That's the question. And, well, I can't tell you because I don't know. I don't know where it ends, but all I know is in this journey, we got a future, and all of us look towards that future. And we ask a lot of times, we ask a lot of, it's plain and simple. We ask a lot of times, what is in the future ahead? We won't know until we find out. We'll witness it with our own eyes. But anyway, well, it's already 5 o'clock. We are 59 minutes to the gates open. I'm ready to get a drink. Nice code Dr. Pepper. Foot-long corn dog as well. And go find my seat. And yeah, go watch those missions. Hopefully beat the Frisco Rough Riders. Boy, and they won the 3 of those last games. And I've watched those games on the First Pitch app. They won on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday night. And so far tonight's the night that we hopefully will redeem ourselves in this ball game. The 5th of the 6-game homestand. First homestand of 2023. It's hopefully going to change. And San Antonio will get the 5th game and 6 beginning tonight and tomorrow. Man, it's going to be pretty fun just to sit and watch these boys play ball. 21 minutes from where I'm at now in the apartment, that's not bad. That's kind of decent in my opinion. But living in the Springwood home, we'd have to leave about right now, 5 o'clock. We'd hit rush hour traffic. We'd have to go on IH-10. 10 becomes 90. And so far, the traffic on a 5-lane highway is busy. As you go past downtown San Antonio and, you look towards your right as you're going on Highway 90 towards Del Rio, and you can see downtown San Antonio as you're driving by it. You can see the Tower of Americas, you can see all the buildings. It's just a neat little experience to see the Alamo City and know it's the San Diego Padres territory. It's always been. And there ain't no room for a AAA team here. Me and my roommate got into a little bit of a conversation about that, and he's still being resentful to the idea that we still have Wolf Stadium. I asked myself a lot of questions. I even asked this one. What is wrong with Wolf Stadium? What's wrong with it? I know there was AAA in 2019. That's the past. And, they were trying to look for a stadium, where they could build one and they wanted to build it near the Alamo Dome, where the San Antonio Spurs play at. And I was like, well, that will be $75 million. And plus, you have basketball and baseball going at the same time. You're going to see crowded, very crowded, going to basketball or even baseball. But this side of town, Nelson Wolff Stadium, is the perfect stadium. And shoot, it's been that way for a long time. I mean, we all look at it. There ain't nothing wrong with Wolff Stadium. I don't know where he gets his resolutions from, but I will say it's not the correct ones. I mean, we do not need a AAA team, just like we do not need a AAA stadium. We have a perfect team here. It is AA, and they're San Diego Padres. It's been a San Diego Padres town since 2008 or 7. I mean, just depends when they started, but I think it was like somewhere between those 2 years. And they ended in 2018. They transferred the Padres organization to Amarillo. The Sod Poodles were born, and that's right, I'm talking about the Amarillo Sod Poodles. They were the Texas League affiliation of the San Diego Padres. And, well, they spent a whole 2019 season, and in 2020, there was no season. I mean, everything was postponed due to COVID. And you look at December of 2020 when everybody was signing the 10-year agreements. You were like, oh, wow. This changes everything of seeing Wichita as being a AAA team, now being a AA team for the Minnesota Twins. And that's pretty good. But anyway, you have Wichita and Amarillo, two newest members of the Texas League family. And, it's really good that we have a 10 ball club Texas League. And everybody's got 10 years to 2030. And it's pretty good. I mean, AAA didn't even last long in San Antonio. I mean, we all saw it. The Missions took their last game in Nashville. And they went up to city council and said, if you don't give us a AAA stadium, why are we staying here? And so the team made the decision. It was an easy decision. It was unanimous. They took the leave. The AAA team and the affiliation left San Antonio. They went to Nashville. So yeah, there was no AAA stadium. They didn't have room for a AAA stadium. The Wolff Stadium is better because it is a baseball stadium that all of us love and that admire. The AA team and the Texas League stays here, period. And that's what I'm saying. I mean, everybody loves the Missions. Everybody loves coming out to the ball game. And it's a fun experience. So, I guess I hope that in this episode I've already answered his question. You know, $75 million is a lot of money to build a AAA stadium. I mean, at Hodgetown and Amarillo, that's how much it costed the Amarillo City Council to start building in 2018. You know, and they started construction maybe around June or July of 2017, and they continued on it until opening day 2019. Amarillo took on Midland for 3 games and 4 games with Corpus Christi, and pretty much they went and won the first half of the Texas League South, and then they got that playoff spot right there. They took on Midland and they defeated Midland. They went to Oak Field in Tulsa and they defeated Tulsa Drillers, and they were the 2019 champions. I mean, pretty good as they win that one in the Texas League. And, you know, Texas League baseball is a whole lot important here. It is, you know, it's not debatable because Wolf Stadium is the best spot for Texas League baseball. It always has been. And it always will be. And that's just my honest point of view opinion. But anyway, well, that was my $30 right there, and I don't know how much sense I put into the conversation at hand here, but it's a pretty good stadium, and I love it, and I'm glad I'm 21 minutes away from it. And it's the best place to watch these baseball games, to get out of the apartment for a while and just enjoy life. It's beautiful out. And like I said, don't be cooped up in your bedroom all day. Get out with your family, play a game, do something, and maybe go outside, play with your dog, and the family's going to the ball game, go with them. You know, don't be cooped up in your room all day, because basically you're just going to be bored to tears if you do that. But anyway, yeah, we got 5:11. Beautiful. 40 minutes till we open the gates and go to the concession stands, grab what I need, and gonna be pretty good. Pretty good evening. Yep. So yeah, like I said, we had a clear day, and now we got the clouds. We'll say it's all right. It's a mild evening, little humid. That evidently it's good for baseball. And you get here early, you get free parking. You don't have to pay out of pocket. You get here at maybe 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon and you get your seat already. That's pretty good. Well, that's just me. I don't like getting to the ballpark early. My dad's like, why did you get up to the ballpark so early? You're only 6 hours before the gates open. And I told him, I was like, well, Dad, this new route that I'm taking, I got to get used to it. I mean, it's not like what it used to be when we lived in the Universal City home. And no, that was an hour away. We go home after the game, we come to the game, it's an hour there, an hour back. But anyway. Well, I gotta say, we are gonna go ahead and end this episode. Yeah, 2 this week here on A Day in the Life. We hope that y'all come back next week for another exciting episode. And so far, it's gonna be pretty good. Well, for all of us here, we will see y'all again. We'll probably film for the next episode up in Wolf Stadium. So we have a pretty good time, and we certainly will. Well, see y'all next week. Same time, same place, right here on A Day in the Life.